Guys.
Hello, Matthew. What's the pleasure of us being here?
I should TLDR you of my shenanigans last night. So basically, you know how like Den, you know how Den is, you know? He's very like, he will provoke you, right?
Yeah.
So last night, Den made me aware that I had a warrant. And he was acting brave about it, you know what I mean? Like, so I let him know he had a warrant, you know?
Hold on. How do you have a warrant if you went to jail?
I don't have a warrant anymore. I got a warrant later on in the day. I don't remember what I did.
Okay.
But I had a warrant, and I let him know he had a warrant, because he was acting like a big man. And then later on in the evening, do you know Brian Davids? Pretty sound cop.
Wait. Oh yeah, Davids. Is that the one with the cornrows?
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Yeah.
He called me. It sounded like Den was next to him, like egging him on, and said like, "Oh, you got shot up or something," referencing when we got shot earlier on in the day because the boost, the vault. Yeah. So you know, I let him know he had a warrant too. We were at the Ballers stack chilling with the Ballers. It was me, Steve, Nunu. One sec. Daddy, you wanted me. What was I saying? Sorry.
You Steve, Nunu, Ballas.
Yeah, me, Steve, Nunu, a few of the Ballers, and me. So I was the only actual Mandem there. We were ahead, then came down. And like, I think he saw I was there and then you turned. I let him know he's not about it. Because, you know what I mean? I was in the bowler sack. And then he went haze. And was still acting brazy. At this point, I had 2 warrants for 2 people. Brian and Den. They were in haze. And
when you say you had a warrant for them, what does that mean?
I'm a go shoot them. Tap energy. When I see them, they're getting shot, you know? So they then apparently went to the Mandem block and pissed in our pool. And then proceeded to head over to Hayes. I got the intel he was at the block. So I went block, he wasn't there. And then... Alright, one second. I just need to work out what I want to say. Bro.
Take your time.
Apparently, Daddy you doesn't communicate with Mommy you. And they're both knocking on my door for the same reason. Sorry. What was I saying? That is my bad. There will be no more pauses.
Oh
yeah.
Being pissed in the pool. He went to the block. He wasn't at the block.
Yeah. Den did that. So yeah. So he's in haze at this point. I got the information. That he was in haze. There was quite a few employees in there. There was 4 of us and 2 of them, so we thought we'd run in, just hold them up. Brian surrendered himself straight away. Then on the other hand, didn't. I'm gonna I'll call you back. Okay. So we ran in, I held up Brian, and then Steve, I believe it was Taylor, and Nunu all went for Den. Den started letting it off. Steve, in the crossfire, may have shot Benji's sister. In a Seaside business.
So who was involved? You,
me, Steve, Nunu, Taylor, Finn, and... one baller I don't know the name of.
Frank?
No, it wasn't Frank. I know Frank.
Holmes?
Not Holmes. Oh, yes, it was Holmes. It was Holmes. You're right. Yeah, it was Holmes. I completely forgot who it was. And then basically we shot down Den. Unfortunately, one of the Seaside workers, Hayes workers, got shot. And we dipped out of there as quick as we could. At this point, we have the whole PD on us. So we go up North Rockford Drive. I believe Steve's car goes out. and we get into a fat shootout with the whole PD. As you know, the names I've listed, we kept kind of a demon squad. So we wiped PD, then dipped. But at this point, we've shot Benji's sister in a Seaside business. So Seaside reached out to Ballas because I don't think they realized Mandem were involved. Because like I was the only Mandem there, you know, and spotting people in purple outfits is a bit more significant than a chain, you know. So we reached out to them. We had a meeting right here. It was Michael Simone, Nick Simone, and some other bloke. He's valid. He's the one with like a sort of like Jay's old trim, but it's like silver. I think.
What was he wearing?
I don't know. He had a Seaside chain. He has like silver hair.
Silver hair?
Yeah.
Is it Benji?
Nah, it wasn't Benji. This was way too late for Benji. It doesn't matter who it was.
Was it Fredo?
Yeah, I think it was Fredo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I spoke to them. They were kind of a bit like, why are you shooting in the Seaside business? I sort of justified it by, we outnumbered them crazy. We thought it was just going to be, we hold them up and dip. At the end of the day, none of us like cops, you know, so I hope you can understand. They sort of understood that. The bit they were vexed about was the fact that we shot a civilian. Yeah.
Who was it that you shot?
I didn't shoot him.
Sister.
It was Steve that actually shot her. But it was Benji's sister, Winter.
Do Winter Sison is her name?
Yeah. Well,
I believe
that's it, that's
I believe
Benji's
I believe that's also Fredo's girlfriend.
oh. Yeah. So
double whammy.
We sort of agreed with the Simones and Fredo that we'd go speak to her and make sure she's straight and pay for her medical bills, and you know, if she wants some money, we'll give her some money. So you know, we called her down, said, could you pull up, or would you want us to pull up to you? She pulled up to the Ballas sack in the end. We sort of had a conversation with her. She's all straight, and that's squashed. Fingers crossed Seaside don't wake up on smoke today, because I feel like the Seaside we had last night were a lot more cordial than the Seaside we would have got in the morning.
I mean, in fairness, I've been with
the Simone's a cordial.
I've been with them all morning, Seaside, with both of Simone, with Draco, Mona, Benji, and there's been nothing said about it, to be honest.
Nothing said about it?
Okay.
Not a word.
Thank God, because...
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you squash it, great. But...
I think, yeah, I mean...
it's a bit of a sticky one.
Oh, what is chat?
I mean, my opinion on it is, I think, just in the future...
Am I being busted?
Don't put yourself in that position. Like, it should have been a simple hold up, but just always assume that the cops are going to pull some fuck shit inside somebody else's business, you know. And maybe if it only involved the Mandem and not
it's fine, I'm a professional.
Ballers,
I know how to deal with this.
They might have felt differently about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ban.
Just be smarter next time. Obviously, I know you went in with a plan and that kind of went south, but could also take him somewhere else.
Bro's got 500 messages.
What happened?
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those. Bro pissed out, Paul. I was kind of vexed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. If you said you had a meeting and you squashed it, mate. I mean, that's
yeah, I mean,
the Matt W there, innit?
As long as you squash it, I don't give a fuck.
And kind of good at this.
While we're on the subject of Den Shiesty,
bro.
Do we kind of like chill out with Den Shiesty a bit? Because I feel like every time he drives past the block, we get into some kind of either like, you know, where we kidnap him or
sub only. I don't know how.
Wipe the PD because of him. Because the problem is,
I'm putting sub only on. Sorry. Oh, Eva's here. It's fine.
Every time we see him, we try and.
Have you
claimed your warrant on him now?
Yeah, the warrant on both of them is claimed.
Oh, there you go then. So, unless he comes down and starts, I don't know, doing a shit on your doorstep. everything's sorted. Yeah, he's that kind of.
Try and bruise his ego with words before anything.
Yeah, but
The issue is because we'll never come out on top in that situation. Like, yes, you wipe the PD once, but let's be honest, if they really wanted to, they'll come back tonight.
oh, bro, they magged on
Tomorrow
us an
night.
hour later, bro, and I had the gun.
Oh. Okay, well, there you go then. That kind of says everything.
Yeah.
Were you charged with? I'm assuming you were charged with everything. Then
Yeah.
After the yeah. So.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
I was charged with 24 times.
Yeah. So. What's that? Nearly.
Damn.
I really don't want to shoot cops. Like, yesterday was one of them where they came at me sideways. Like, the only time I went towards the cops in a situation where I had a choice was the Den one.